Welcome back, YouTube. We're here on Monday, the 29th, March 2010. Okay? So, in a little over a month, we have Extreme Rules. 27 days. So, if anyone missed the WrestleMania video, the only thing that happened was that Goldust became World Television Champion. I think Natalia won, But Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley won the WWE Tag Team titles. Carlito won the United States title. Kofi Kingston and R-Truth won the World Tag Team titles. All on WrestleMania weekend. The Undertaker defeated Edge, of course. Yeah. Looking really good. I do want to see if we can have a partnership with one promotion. If I can. Okay. So, with that being said, give me 1 minute. Okay, we start the show off with Natalya versus Nikki Bella. Natalya wins. She retains the Divas Championship for 60th, not bad. And then Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston won for 76. And then Mark Henry defeated John Morrison for 71. Shawn Michaels came out and said, in which he says, Randy Orton, congratulations, you walked out of WrestleMania still champion. Enjoy it while you can because I'm not done yet. You want to walk around and call yourself the face of Raw, the franchise, the Apex Predator. Let me remind you who you're talking to. I'm Mr. WrestleMania. I'm the Heartbreak Kid. I'm the showstopper. Randy, I am Mount Everest, and you? You're just now getting to about the halfway point of the climb. And that's the difference between us. I don't need luck. I don't need shortcuts. I have made my career off doing what men like you aren't built to do. Taking the biggest stage, the highest pressure, and owning it. So here's how this is gonna go. I want my title shot, and I want it at Extreme Rules. And Randy, I don't care if you punt, slither, or hide behind suits in the back. I will walk into Extreme Rules, and I will walk out champion. Because legends don't chase titles. Titles chase legends. The Miz defeated MVP for a 71. The Big Show versus Triple H. Triple H defeated Big Show. I hate how it does this. Every time I... And then Brock Lesnar versus Chris Jericho. It gets an 82. And then Shawn Michaels defeated John Cena. And the announcers are saying he's going. He is going to Extreme Rules. And he's celebrating in the ring. 0.2 popularity increase. Okay, so we start the show off with the Hurricane versus Goldust. Goldust wins. And then Shelton Benjamin defeated Wade Barrett for a 62. Then there was a brawl that broke out between Goldust and the Hurricane. Backstage, Heath Slater versus Claudio Castagnoli. Claudio Castagnoli defeated Heath Slater. RVD retained the ECW World Heavyweight title once again. Okay, we start the show off with Rey Mysterio versus Nick Jackson. Rey Mysterio wins. Okay, Edge has a video package in which it shows that he's in the hospital after the match with Undertaker. Michelle McCool versus Mickie James. Mickie James retains the Women's Championship, and Drew McIntyre retains the Intercontinental Championship. And the Dudley Boys, yeah, they won against... What do they call their team? The OC, I think, is what they call their team, right? Yeah, the OC. That's what I thought it was. But they defeated the OC. And then John Layfield has an angle talking about Drew McIntyre. And then Tyson Kidd defeated Matt Jackson for a 60. Rhino versus a TNA talent, Homicide. Homicide defeated Rhino for a 57. And then The Undertaker and Mr. Kennedy teamed up to take on CM Punk and Batista. Okay, so The Undertaker wins. And they're on their entrance. And Kane's entrance hits. And as The Undertaker turns around, Kane chokeslams The Undertaker through the right off the stage through some tables by the side, and this turns Kane heel. He's going after the Undertaker for 96. Not bad. Okay, so Daniel Bryan starts to show off, defeating Chris Masters for a 65. Not bad. And then Randy Orton attacks Shawn Michaels and tells him to stay on his side of the road and that he is the legend killer. Kofi Kingston and R-Truth versus Santino Marella and Primo. Kofi Kingston wins for a 66. And then Chris Jericho defeated Ted DiBiase Jr. Brock Lesnar defeated MVP. And then The Miz defeated The Big Show. And then Randy Orton's making his entrance, and out of nowhere, Shawn Michaels sweet chin music's him. And then he loses to John Cena. Looks like he may have pushed Shawn Michaels over the edge. But also, I haven't forgot that Cody Rhodes was hit by the vehicle, so we've still got to run that some more. Okay, so we start to show off of Batista defeating Booker T for 71. And Kane attacked The Undertaker. And CM Punk defeated the Great Khali. Okay, so that got a 67. Rhino defeated Trent Beretta. And then Kane cuts a promo and he says, "All my life I have lived in your shadow, Taker. Every time I rose, they said your name. Every time I bled, they chanted for you. Every time I destroyed man, they called you the monster. But I am done being your reminder. I am done being your footnote. But most of all, I am done being the little brother. You walk around with the World Heavyweight Championship like it belongs to you because of a streak, because of a legend, because people fear you. Well, I don't fear you. I don't want you. I don't want your respect. And I sure as hell don't stand behind you. I want the World Heavyweight Championship, and to get it, I will go through you." John Layfield defeated Matt Jackson for a 63, and then Layla defeated Maria for a 53. Then we see Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch return as a team. The Dudley Boys defeated Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch for 61. And then Kane defeated The Undertaker in the main event. Okay, so TNA has released a whole lot of people. I mean, Jesus, the amount. Go with Loose Cannon for him. Who is even working for them now? Because, I mean, I got rid of their announcers. I'm gonna swoop up and grab them all. Okay, let's go to TNA real quick, because it looks like they just went on Oh, yeah, uh-huh. Hmm. They released most of their younger talent for a lot of people. I don't know that I would have kept. I mean, a lot of people I don't know about. This is look. Now I have no announcers, but yet they still have people like Kevin Nash, Ric Flair. Okay, Matt Morgan. Now here's the thing. Before anyone jumps on me, I'm not saying Matt Morgan's a terrible wrestler, but you're really, really going to put Matt Morgan, Ric Flair, and Kevin Nash, of all people, over Christopher Daniels, D'Lo Brown, James Storm, Robert Roode, Nigel McGuinness, Hector Guerrero, Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley. Oh, okay, Logic Berg, I could gotten to see it. Earl Hebner, Abyss, Shannon Moore, Jay Lethal, Eric Young, Frankie Kazarian. They released everybody who was a part of the founding party of TNA, except for like 4 people. This is crazy. And yeah, I had to go through and do a whole lot of contract again because it was almost up for just about everyone. But wow, I just half of the people that they released though is really good wrestlers. Better than Kevin Nash. Better than Ric Flair. Well, you know, some of them was better than Ric Flair. I don't think I put James Storm over Ric Flair. Robert Roode, I think I would, but James Storm, I don't know. But look at this. These are all the contract offers from TNA. I don't even know why I partnered up. Because here's the thing. I have everyone almost that they had. The only people that I need now is AJ Styles and Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe. Jeez. This is... Whoa. Who's this say? Is a relative of Dom West? 6-time WWE champion. Let me fact check that real quick. Okay, I don't know where it picked that up at, but no, they're not related. When it said that, I thought it was talking about John Cena. Now I seen you that, I was like, don't know about that. Got probably checked. The heck did I do? Okay. We've got to focus on the Extreme Rules coming up. Because it's 13 days away. And just a lot of stuff that's happening. It's crazy. Maybe somebody debuted and they have a really strong popularity thing. And that's who I wanted to hire or something. Cedric Alexander. I could actually put him and Apollo Crews or him and Titus O'Neil in a tag team together. Wonder if they released Bobby Lashley. Yeah, he was still there. But Lord, they released a whole lot of people. Shows that they cut workers to cut budget. That makes me wonder what Okay. Look, I'm gonna improve their financial thing a little bit so that they're not about to die. Because that, to me, is pretty dang bad. Because 2010 was around the era where they would have been getting more deals, right? Wow. This is a FCW is a higher. They're $21 million though. We'll go with 42. Oh. Huh. That's pretty cool. Didn't even know that it would do that. But let's go into Raw. And let's hope that when we go into it, that we don't look at another thing where it says that somebody else released close to half of their roster. That's kind of scary though. Who do they have employed there that they're afraid would take $21 million? Hulk Hogan himself don't take that much. I would hope month. I would hope that they'd be able to do a monthly pay. I think the only thing that would have happened like that is when I seen a pay stub for WCW once, and it said that Bill Goldberg was being paid $141,000 per month, plus like $37 more thousand dollars or $40 more thousand per show, which is just crazy to me because now this was in another game. This was in one of the others, either TW or Promotion Wars. But anyhow, I'm hoping that wasn't real, because that's almost what is happening to TNA right now. Talking about Bill Goldberg, we ain't putting him on there. Oh, not bad. Yeah, we'll put him in FCW for, let's do 3 or 4 years. You know what's funny? Is that whose reign is it? I think it's Kane's reign. I think it was Kane who held the title for like 20 days, I think it was. Let me see. Because he's only won the WWE World title. Oh, it says 1 day. I thought it was more than that. I'll tell you this much. That ECW World title reign, that one right there is longer than every single one of Jeff Jarrett's WCW wins combined. I felt bad for the dude while I seen this. Check this stuff out right here. Watch this. Right there it is. 4 gets him 58 days, which is bad. Just crazy. But we may be having a whole lot of more tag teams coming. If we are, I'll put Motor City Machine Guns probably on SmackDown. And probably Beer Money either on Raw or SmackDown. Because both are in need of a new tag title division. So let's go into it. Okay, so we start Raw off with Brock Lesnar defeating Daniel Bryan. Oh, and it gets a really good rating. Then Chris Jericho takes on Chris Masters. But Cody Rhodes returns. His entrance hits. He said, "You didn't think that you got rid of me that easy, did you?" He says, "I've spent months replaying that night over and over again. 1 second I'm walking through the parking lot, the next, headlights, metal, and then silence. And when I woke up in the hospital, I heard the whispers. Who did it? Was it personal? Was it revenge? Oh no, and this is what eats at me. Somebody back there tried to end my career without ever having to face me. No warning, no challenge, no fight, just a coward with keys in the ignition. But the mistake they made was not finishing the job. See, I'm here, and I'm going to face whomever it was. If I have to beat everyone in this locker room, maybe jump ship to SmackDown and beat everyone in that locker room, I will get whomever hit me with that car. I'm back and I'm cleared and now I'm hunting. I don't care if it takes weeks, months, a whole damn year. I will find out who did it. And when I do, I'll finish what they couldn't." He tosses the mic. So his vision is clear. It's revenge. And coincidentally, Shaq Gaspard versus Ted DiBiase Jr. is up next, and Ted DiBiase Jr. wins. And you know, Ted is kind of basking in the glory right now. Shawn Michaels defeated R-Truth for a 73. Not bad. The Miz defeated Triple H for a 77. And then Carlito versus John Morrison. John Morrison won, meaning that he will face Carlito at Extreme Rules. And then John Cena versus Randy Orton gets an 80. Not bad. Really good. Okay, Jay Lethal versus Mr. Anderson. Mr. Anderson defeated Jay Lethal for 48. Drew McIntyre defeated Drew Hankinson for a 64. And then Motor City Machine Guns took on Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch. Chris Sabin wins, making them the #1 contenders for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Matt Jackson defeated Carl Anderson for a 52. And Batista got a promo for a 91. CM Punk defeated Booker T for a 75. And then Kane defeated John Layfield for a 68. And out of nowhere, The Undertaker is out, and he attacks Kane by chokeslamming him through the announce table. And then the lights go out, and when they come back on, Undertaker's nowhere to be found. Okay, so Daniel Bryan comes out and says that he wants to face R-Truth tonight. Brock Lesnar defeated Eric Young for a 71. Robert Roode beat Frankie Kazarian and Eric Young for a 55. Somehow I booked Eric Young twice, even though I have that option to where if they're already booked in a match, not to book them again. Daniel Bryan defeated R-Truth for a 73. And then Cody and Ted DiBiase Jr. are backstage, and Ted is talking to Cody, and he says, we need to get back into a tag title scene, like, very quickly, because if we can win the tag titles again, it's a chance that we could very well find out who ran you down quicker. And Cody says, I don't think you really care. I don't think so. Because here I have just returned. I'm trying to find out who ran me down like a dog. And you want to face for some titles. No. And it's kind of a way to, that, Cody's like, get out here, I don't even want to see you right now, kind of deal. But, what the heck? It booked that match twice. Beer Money defeated them once again tonight. Mark Henry defeated Shaq Gaspard for a 65. AJ Styles defeated Chris Jericho for a 78. And then Shawn Michaels defeated Randy Orton. Yeah, see? It's booked. How did it book it twice? Both times 15 minutes. I didn't book a second one. I only booked this one. What the heck? That's crazy. Maybe I booked another one thinking I didn't book it. But we'll continue. Okay, so Mr. Anderson defeated Trent Beretta for a 57. Okay. Trevor Murdoch versus Rhino. Rhino defeated Trevor Murdoch for a 57. And then John Layfield defeated JTG for a 62. Booker T defeated Drew McIntyre for a 72. And Michelle McCool defeated Layla for a 56. CM Punk defeated Bubba Ray Dudley. And The Undertaker defeated Kane. And Kane attacks The Undertaker again and says, see you at Extreme Rules. Okay, Triple H defeated Vladimir Kozlov to start off Extreme Rules. Bear Money versus R-Truth and Kofi Kingston. R-Truth and Kofi Kingston keep the WWE World Tag Team titles. Mark Henry versus Lance Cade. Mark Henry defeated Lance Cade for a 64. And then John Cena defeated John Layfield for a 73. Rob Van Dam kept the ECW World Heavyweight title against Shelton Benjamin. And then Christian defeated Chavo Guerrero for a 69. And then backstage, Cody and Ted is backstage. And Ted says, Cody, really, we should go after the tag team titles. You see who's out there facing for them right now. Beer Money, of all people. Okay, so we could take these titles right here tonight. And Cody just pushes Ted away and says, I'm finding who ran me down first. Samoa Joe versus Daniel Bryan gets a 77. And the match quality was actually an 86. Machine Gun or Motor City Machine Guns win the WWE Tag Team titles for 66, and then Goldust successfully retains the ECW World Television title. Randy Orton defeated Shawn Michaels for an 83, and then Kane is the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion when out of nowhere Edge speared the Undertaker, and then as Kane was on the ground, Undertaker had a one and Kane was on the ground. Edge came out of nowhere and speared the Undertaker, and then put him through an announce table, and that let Kane win for an 83. Not bad. Okay, so that was it for tonight. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends, your family. The most important of all, though, share it with your dog.